Hello everyone and all our supporters of Cast Your Nets Ministries. This is Joel and Rhonda and giving you a greetings from the Philippines. It's been a while since we did a video and I'm sure you guys are wondering what we've been doing, and we've been very busy actually with the Christmas shopping expedition with the kids that you guys funded. We moved houses. Our son Brad came for a visit with his maybe future wife, maybe, we think. Anyway, so we've been really busy doing that, and we're doing this video today to introduce a new campaign that we're introducing called Help a Child to Walk. But first, Rhonda kind of wanted to update you guys on the Christmas shopping expedition for the shelter kids that you guys funded. So that was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
It was a lot of fun, especially for those of you that know how much I love shopping. I don't. But we took 22 girls shopping first on a Saturday morning. We thought that was going to be our nightmare, so we tackled that one first. It actually turned out to be the easiest of the three. The girls were very excited, very organized, very definitely knew exactly what they wanted. So we went into the stores and they were out in an hour and a half, and we then had lunch. After lunch, we brought in the 12 little Robert Hansen boys, which are ages 6 to 12 years old. And those were a little bit more challenging, but what was the most impressive about them is that they bought things like backpacks and slippers, which are basically flip-flops back home, and socks and things that they really needed. They didn't go after a lot of toys, so we were quite impressed. The third group we took out on a Sunday morning and discovered that the store that they would have all liked to have gone to was closed, so we ended up going, well, some of us, like my group, to 5 different stores, which was quite challenging. The boys that I had were very picky. Anyway, it was good. They spent about 3 hours shopping, and then we had lunch. But anyway, if you haven't seen the videos, I would say go check them out. The kids were pretty excited. In fact, they're still talking about it today. We visited with the boys on Friday evening, and they even mentioned it. So thanks for all of those that donated to that. It was very much a blessing to us to experience that with the children.
So our new campaign is Help a Child to Walk, and we've identified a number of children at the Hand Class Center at LCP. We've identified 5 children that we want to help out, and Rhonda will kind of walk you through the selection process right now.
Okay, so since middle of January, I've been spending every Tuesday and Thursday at LCP Hand Class Center, which operates from like 9 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon, and they do physical therapy. So I've evaluated those children. I've also attended a couple of Sundays. For the children that actually go to school, can only have therapy on a Sunday. So I've gone on a Sunday and watched the therapy and watched the family. So looking at the children, me picking out which ones I think might have the highest probability of success, we went from that. The next step was, as I looked into the family support mechanism, I believe it's very important that we have grandparents and brothers and sisters and cousins or aunts and uncles, whatever, all very involved in helping this child to walk. So the families that we've selected have family support, good families, people that we feel like will do a good job in pressing the child on to be successful. The next thing we did was we took the children to the doctors, the rehabilitation doctor here in Dumaguete, and she and I sat down and talked about the children and looked at their probability for success. And between her and I, that was another big step. So through all of that, over the last 6-8 weeks, we have come up with 5 children. So we would like to introduce you to those 5 children, but one child is a little special in that we were able to find a local sponsor, and Joel's going to explain that part to you.
Yeah, we have the first child. We've actually test run kind of what we want to do in the program on him. His name is Frank. He's an adorable little boy, and we met him with the LCP preschool program actually. And his mother came to us saying that they couldn't do therapy anymore, so we met him last year and have been working with him ever since. We found a U.S. couple here locally that was willing to sponsor him. Their name are Dale and Sue Ann Pettit from Seattle, and they kind of took him under the wing. They funded him going to the doctor, getting a prescription for leg splints, paying for leg splints with the physical therapist that comes in from Cebu once every month, and getting fitted for them, and then working with the PTs, getting him to walk straight now, on getting his heels down on the ground when he walks. And here's some pictures of him before and after with his splints on walking, and you can get an idea of kind of what we're looking for. So here's Frank. So that was Frank, and as you can see, he's making progress with this program, and he's already been sponsored. So we have 4 more people, 4 more kids identified we'd like to introduce you to, and Rhonda will walk you through each of those 4. The first one is
Ryan
Paul.
Ryan Paul is about the same age as Frank, and he's a sweet, sweet little boy. He's a little bit bashful, so it took me a while to get to know him, but he is definitely a very precious child. He's got a great personality. So Ryan Paul, we're looking at probably some splints, maybe a walker, but definitely let me introduce you to Ryan Paul.
Second one we have is Faith, a cute little girl that Rhonda will tell you about.
Well, all of you can imagine I wanted a girl, and there's a lot more boys in the program than there are girls, and honestly, Faith is probably, if not the only girl, one of 2. She has got a booming personality. She is not bashful. She's very intelligent. She took my computer from me one Sunday and proceeded to show me how to play some of the games that I didn't even know were there. So she has just got a fabulous personality. She may need some extra stuff, glasses and walkers and stuff, but I really want you to, I'm excited about Faith. I think she's got a lot of potential to be a very productive adult. So This is Faith.
So that was Faith, and the next one we have is a little boy who's being raised by a single father. The mother apparently left because of the complications with the child's illness, and the father is very dedicated to this child, so he can only come on Sundays, and his name is?
Jello. And no, we're not saying it wrong. It's spelled J-E-L-O, but they say Jello. So for Joel and I, that was kind of fun. But Jello, he's the opposite of Faith. He's very, very, very bashful. Couldn't walk, couldn't do anything when I would be within 5 or 10 feet of him. Very bashful. So we worked on that a few Sundays, visited quite a few Sundays, and finally got him comfortable with me and Joel, talking to him and all. And met with his father, and like Joel said, he is a single father. He works 6 days a week for the city of Valencia, which is a city near our house. And he's very dedicated to getting Jello what he needs. He actually is probably very much like a dad would be. He presses him and pushes him and really encourages him to do everything that he can as close to normal as possible. So we're real excited about Jello. So here's Jello.
Jello, a little shy Jello, and then that takes us to our last kid, who's kind of a special child, and he's going to need a little more care than the other 3 children. We were hoping actually to get him treated first, but there's some other complications that Rhonda will explain. But his name is Terrence, and we've met him at the preschool program also at another preschool. What a delightful personality Terrence has, always happy, always greeting you, very sharp young kid. We had another sponsor, Kevin, actually refurbish your wheelchair that we fitted him in, and you'll see some pictures of that, and Rhonda can explain more what we need for Terrence there. So.
The best way I can explain Terrence is if you're having a bad day, you want to go see Terrence. Terrence is always happy, always sweet, very loving, very accepting, loves to perform and sing. I'll try to see if I have any snippets of that, his performances. But anyway, Terrence, like Joel said, we thought he would be our next child, but in taking him to the doctor and evaluating him, he's going to need some additional care, which is a little bit disappointing for us, but we're hoping that we can still find the proper sponsor for him. He's going to need some Botox injections in his knees and his inner thighs because they've literally locked up. He can't straighten his knee out like we can, so we need to release those, possibly one of his ankles, before we can put him in splints, before we can get him to bear weight, and then we probably need to keep him positioned in a wheelchair for a little longer before we take him into a walker, and then eventually, hopefully, we can get him into a walker. But Terrence is going to be a policeman, so we need to get him up and we need to get him walking. And so anyway, this is Terrence.
So that was Terrence. As you can see, he's a very sweet young boy and very close to our hearts. And we'd really like to get him some help, but he's going to cost probably twice as much as the other two. Rhonda will talk a little bit. You want to talk about the cost levels that we're talking about?
Yeah, so when we first started this out, we evaluated the cost, because that's actually a very difficult thing to do here. Should be simple, but it's not. And so it took us quite a bit of time, and we think we've come up with a number for most of the kids. And then when we hit the challenge with Terrence, we realized that wasn't going to work. So basically we have a sponsor level A, which is about $500 US. We feel like we can get the splints that they need. We can get them possibly a walker for that amount. I'm still struggling a whole lot with trying to even find a walker. So we may have to have those made, I don't know. But anyway, so the first level is 500, and that's what Ryan, Paul, Faith, and Jello will need to get them up and walking and hopefully running. Terrence, like Joel said, is probably double that. So we're looking for a sponsor of around $1,000 for Terrence, or we are hoping that maybe we could find two sponsors at 500,
or three, or whatever.
2 or 3 at 5, and just get us up to that $1,000.
Yeah, the difference is he needs some sort of Botox injection. It's very expensive, and then he needs leg braces before he can get leg splints, and so cost is kind of going up on Terrence a little bit there.
Yeah. So anyway, so those are all the children, and those are their needs. And we're really excited that we were so blessed to be supported in 2016. We're expecting great blessings in 2017, and so this is the beginning of our first thing that we want to do. But we've continued to feel very blessed that God has put us in this position to even be able to share our time and expertise with these families. So I guess at this point we're asking everyone to please prayerfully consider whether God is calling you to help one of these children. The great thing about being a sponsor is that you'll actually get to walk through the whole process with us. We'll be doing videoing and interviews and stuff, and it's going to be really kind of cool. So we're very excited after watching Frank. I think we'll be able to do more with these kids. It's just Frank was done so quickly. We're so busy still evaluating. We didn't have time to really get a lot of video of him. But on the others, we definitely will.
So we hope this touches your heart, and if so, please contact us either via email at castyournets@gmail.com, castyournetsministry@gmail.com, or our website, castyournetsministry.org, and contact us through either one.
Or you can Facebook Messenger us. Either way, we can talk, and you can tell us which child you would like to help us with, and then we can go into more detail about their care and things like that.
So thank you so much for your support, and God bless you.
God bless everyone. Thank you, and we love and miss all of you. Take care. Bye-bye.